keeps on doing it. You know what I mean? Keeps on doing it because here was a man that you don't think is going to get your opportunity, and he's one of them kind of ones that if you're going to get your opportunity, he's going to come at lastminute.com because he's the bogeyman, he's the danger man, no one want to fight him and all the rest of it. And fair play also to Joseph Parker. But you know what? Joseph Parker's actually relishing the time to have the opportunity to go in the ring and perform against one of, I would say, the most avoided man in the heavyweight division. Now, this is what dreams are made of. It's great, man.
It definitely is. We know before we talk about how we got to Bacoli, we're just going to rewind back a little bit. I just want to get your thoughts on the hours, not even the days, the hours leading up to the news. You know, I got to film something pretty amazing on Dan on the Wednesday, Tuesday, put that out.
No. Sorry, Boxing King Media, you're understating what you just put together. Because I've noticed like everybody's getting cliche with the stuff that they're putting together. That mini documentary there, right? Would, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Daniel Dubois did look amazing, so I'm kind of gutted that his fight's not going on, right? That was really, really good work, so well done to you guys, man. Carry on doing your stuff, man. I really enjoyed that. Make more of those stuff.
There's gonna be
are you gonna make more of that stuff?
Well, there's going to be announcements on that very soon. I can't announce it, but we've landed a big deal where Ring Kings, which is going to be our documentary series inspired by HBO 24/7. It's going to be worldwide, film on some of the biggest stars in boxing, and it's going to go on the road literally in the next few months. So I expect to hear some news on that. We just got it all boxed off, so announcement on that very soon. Thank you, brother. So we posted that out. Literally 3-4 hours later, we get to the press conference. We get told that a tweet's gone out from the Ring Magazine website saying that Dubois was ill, and then a few hours, in fact an hour later, Martin Bacoli stepping in. So from what I can gather, Frank Warren's just done an interview with Box Nation, and basically on there he said he had some antihistamines and they had to check with the British Boxing Board if the stuff he was taking, if he was allowed to take it, and then at that point they decided that he was unfit to fight. That's what we've been told. Any similar examples of history lessons?
No, seriously, usually I could drag them out, but on this occasion, no, I can't. I think this is a first, but you know what? You want to see Daniel Dubois in the best condition, and if there is any, you can't, especially where he's worked so hard to get to where he's got him and the rest of his team, right? Including his dad, including Lon Charles, right? For how they've worked. You don't want to take no chances, so I think it's the right thing. Even though I'm gutted because it was going to be a great fight. It would have been a great fight, right? And they both, him and Joseph Parker, would have brought the best out of each other. But kind of, and it's not anticlimactic because it's still going to be a great fight with Joseph Parker and Martin Bacoli. It's going to be a great fight.
What because it's worth pointing this out, and I've been reading the comments on the videos of Dan, and then it's pretty distasteful, a lot of the stuff that people are saying about him. Took another knee, ducked, etc. But the point I want to raise is, Spencer, his last 3 fights prior to this on the bookmakers, he was the underdog every time. Obviously won all 3 by knockout. This was the first fight in the last 4 fights that he was the favourite in. Okay. So why on earth would he pull out 2 days before?
Well, I'm not going to turn around and say like he's ducking. He's not ducking anything, right? Irrespective of what way between me and Daniel Dubois' father, yeah? It's all love with me and Don Charles until we see each other, right? I wish them nothing but the best, and the kid hasn't ducked. Do you know what I mean? There we go. Let me just. The kid hasn't ducked at all. Sorry about that. Right, the kid hasn't ducked. So it's kind of silly that we're saying that he's ducked. You know what I mean? If he's pulled out, and I saw the clips from your documentary thing that you made, yeah? He looked in awesome condition, man. That was some kind of like Mike Tyson thing there. So, no, I don't think he would be ducking from Joseph Parker.
And in your words, that's the truth on Daniel Dubois, dropping it like Spencer Fearon does?
Exactly. When people say like, oh, he's like, I get it. It was a big fight and everything else. And it's a kind of a dampener because I was looking forward to the fight, right? And to me, that kind of overshadowed Bivol and Peterviev, because I'm thinking, well, this is going to be a proper fight, right? So no, it's not a it's not a duck on his case, and it's kind of disgusting that we think that there's things in the past where I questioned his heart. You know what I mean? Like uh his fight against Joe Joyce. Do you know what I mean? But look how he's come back and propelled himself from then. So no, it's not a duck, and we shouldn't be saying that, because the kid has become a proven commodity, especially now that he's under Don Charles.
Yeah, certainly agree with that. And then just a couple of other points. Martin Bakoli steps in. There's pictures and videos going around his weight and his size. He's been in the Congo, so we don't know if he's been training, but I've heard apparently Spencer Brown has said on Box Station that he's been training for the last 8 weeks. What do you make of that? And
maybe he's been training in the kitchen, but you know what I mean, because he looked big, but he's a big guy anyway. Look, listen, funny again, it doesn't matter what condition Martin Bakoli comes into, yeah, right? Fundamentally, yeah, and mentally himself in his head, the guy can fight, right? And he's very good at closing distance, closing gaps, right? And so don't worry about him flying in. And plus, it's a 2-fight clause. So all he's got to do, say he was to come out second best, as long as he puts a good account of himself in, yeah, then he's going to get another chance. But the major thing is this: it's in a win-win situation. He's won financially, number one. If he was to come up second best, right? If he was to come up second best, we're gonna say, well, you never really had no time to prepare for it, and now you're gonna get a chance to go and prepare for it, right? So I've seen this kind of happen before with fighters who didn't get a chance to prepare for a fight, and then on the second chance now, they've come really, really good. And history has a way of doing that to fighters. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, just go and watch Azuma Nelson versus the